Today we will discuss the next definition, that is open-end classes. Open-end classes. Okay. In the previous class, in the previous chapter, the analysis of video data, we have heard that open-end classes. Open-end classes. Here, what is the open-end classes? In a class, the lower and upper limit of the class is not specified. In a class, the lower and upper limit of a class is not, in a class the lower and upper limit of a class is not specified. Then such a class is called open-end classes. Then such a class is called open-end classes. Here in a class the lower and upper class limits is not specified. Then such a class is called open-end class interval. Okay, open-end classes. For example, less than means below, less than, below, or more than, above, etc. are said to be open-end classes. See here, class intervals are less than 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 and above. 40 and above is said to be open-end classes. Here, less than 10 is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 and above means we don't know exactly. Here, all the class width is 10 each. Therefore, in the last class, the 40 to 50 above. 40 and above means 40 to 50. You take 40 to 50. Here, the lower and upper limits of a class is not specified. Here, 0, 10 value is not given. Here, they are given less than 10. Less than 10 is nothing but open-end classes. 40 and above is also open-end classes. Here, in a class, the lower and upper limit of a class is not specified. Then it is said to be open-end classes. Okay. Here, the frequency distribution based on open-end classes. The frequency distribution based on open-end classes is called open-end frequency distribution. Open-end frequency distribution. See here, the frequency distribution based on open-end classes is called open-end frequency distribution. Okay, frequency distribution is equal to what? A systematic arrangement of values taken by random variable along with their frequency. Here, class interval with respect to frequencies. Here, class interval with respect to frequencies. So here, below 10 is 2, 10 to 20 is 4, and 20 and above. 20 and above is 1. 20 and above is 1. It is said to be open-end frequency distribution. The frequency distribution based on open-end classes is called open-end frequency distribution. It is said to be open-end frequency distribution. Okay. The next one is the number of classes. Number of classes. Here, the number of classes can be obtained by using the Professor Stur's rule. Here, number of classes can be obtained by using Professor Stur's rule. See here, now how to calculate number of classes? Okay, number of classes means see here, class interval 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Okay, here the number of classes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here number of classes are 4. Suppose 30 to 40 is the last class interval means here number of classes are 4. Okay, then how to calculate the number of classes? Here the number of classes can be obtained by using Professor Stur's rule. Using Professor Stur's rule, here the number of classes equal to here the number of classes is denoted by k. Number of classes is denoted by k. The number of classes equal to 1 plus 3.322 log capital M. Here the number of classes can be calculated as 1 plus 3.322 log M, where N is where capital is number of observations. Okay, here in discrete or continuous frequency distribution, here the number of observations is equal. Here the total number of frequencies, total number of capital N is the total number of frequency. Okay, here total number of frequency is equal to the number of classes, number of observations. Here, what is the formula? Number of classes equal to k plus k equal to, that is 1 plus 3.322 log n. Log n, where capital N is number of observations. Okay, then how to calculate width of the class? Here, width of the class equal to range by number of classes. See here, how to calculate width of class? That is range by number of classes. Okay, what is the range? Range is the difference between the highest and lowest value in the data. The range is what? The highest and lowest value in the data is said to be range. Here, width of the class equal to range divided by number of classes. Suppose if log n equal to n is capital N is 50. Suppose if log n is capital N is 50. N is 40 like 40 or 20, then how to calculate number of classes? That is k equal to 1 plus 3.322 log capital N is equal to 20 log 20. Here 1 plus 3.322 log 20 is 1.3020. Log 20 is 1.3020. Then you have to substitute the values. Then you have to simplify the values and you get the k values. Suppose if k is 5.6, then it is approximately 6. Here the number of classes are 6. Suppose if k value is 5.4, then approximately it is 5. It is the procedure. Okay, here the next width of the class. Okay, width of the class. Okay, is denoted by C or I. Here 0 to 10. The width of the class is what? 10. 10 minus. Okay, here the difference between highest minus lowest value is the width of the class. Here 10 minus 0 is 10. Okay, next 10 to 20. 20 minus 10 is 10. Here the width of the class is 10. Here that is range divided by range equal to highest value and the lowest value. Difference between the highest and the lowest value is that is the range divided by number of classes divided by 6. Then we get the width of the classes. Then we get the width of the classes. It is about the number of classes. It is very important. It is very important. 1 marks or 2 marks question. Write the formula for number of classes. Write the formula for number of classes. That is k equal to 1 plus 3.322 log n. Here capital N is nothing but number of observations. Okay. The next one, cumulative frequencies. Cumulative frequency. What is a cumulative frequency? What is said to be a cumulative frequency? Here, the added of frequency is said to be cumulative frequency. The added of frequencies. The added of frequencies are called cumulative frequency. See here, the added up frequencies are called cumulative frequencies. Okay, the added up here the frequencies, cumulative frequencies are here one is increasing or another is decreasing, increasing or decreasing. It is said to be cumulative frequency. Here frequencies. Here 1, 9, 8, 2, 11, 4. Here past one increasing, decreasing, increasing again decreasing. Here the added up frequencies. The added up. Okay, here one term is increasing and another term is decreasing. It is said to be added. It is said to be cumulative frequency. The added up frequencies are called cumulative frequency. There are two types of cumulative frequencies are there. There are two types of cumulative frequencies are there. There are two types. There are two types. One is less than cumulative frequency. Less than cumulative frequency. Second one is more than cumulative frequency. More than cumulative frequency. Here, there are totally two types of cumulative frequencies are less. One is less than cumulative frequency. Second one is more than cumulative frequency. Okay, here you have already heard the term less than and more than cumulative frequencies. Okay, here we are using the analysis of mini-unit data while calculating median, quartiles, decile, percentiles. The frequencies should be converted into LCM. LCM is less than cumulative frequencies. Okay, here what is the LCM? What is the less than cumulative frequency? Okay, in a frequency distribution. In a frequency distribution, the number of observations, the number of observations with with a value less than a given value. The number of observations with a value less than a given value is called less than cumulative. Is called less than cumulative frequency. See here, in a frequency distribution, the number of observations with a value less than a given values. Here in LCM, the first term here it is always increasing order. The LCM is always increasing order. Here, in a frequency distribution, the number of observations with a value less than a given value is called less than cumulative frequency. Then what is the more than cumulative frequency? In a frequency distribution, the number of observations with a value more than a given value. What the value is achieved more than a given value is called more than cumulative frequency. Just got it? What is the less than cumulative frequency? In a frequency distribution, the number of observations less than a given value is called LCF, less than cumulative frequency. And then what is the more than cumulative frequency? In a frequency distribution, the number of observations with a value more than a given value is called MCF, more than cumulative frequency. Here, the less than cumulative frequencies are always increasing order. And more than cumulative frequencies are always decreasing order. For example, class interval. Here they are given class interval with respect to frequencies. Class interval 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. But here the given frequency is 3, 1, 9, 12, 11, 6. 6. Okay, here then find LCM and MCF. Here they are given class interval with respect to frequencies. Find LCM and MCF. Here frequencies are always increasing or decreasing. Both. One is increasing and another is decreasing. Okay, then find LCM and MCF. Here the first less than cumulative frequency. Here the frequencies first term and LCM first term both are same. 3. Here the next LCM first term and frequency second term. Okay, 3 plus 1 is 4. LCM second term plus frequency third term. 4 plus 9 is 13. LCM third term plus frequency fourth term. 13 plus 12 is 25. 25 plus 11 is 36. 36 plus 6 is 42. Here capital N is equal to 42. Then capital N is 42. See here 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 9 is 13. 13 plus 12 is 25, 25 plus 7 is 36, 36 plus 6 is 42. What is the LCM? Then find MCF. Here okay, 3, 4, 13, 25, 36, 42. Here the LCM are always increasing order. That is, in a frequency distribution, the number of observations with value less than the given values is said to be LCM. The next find MCF. Here MCF more than cumulative frequency. In a frequency distribution, the number of observations with the value more than a given value is called MCF. Here you have to take highest frequency, that is 42 is the highest frequency. You have to take first, that is the 42. You have to take first 42. MCF is more than a given value 42. Okay, here MCF first term minus LCM first term. 42 minus 3. 42 minus 3. 39. The next 42 minus 4. Here highest minus first LCM minus first LCM, MCF minus second LCM, MCF minus third LCM, first LCM minus fourth LCM. Here 42 minus 3 is 39, 42 minus 4 38, 42 minus 13 31, 42 minus 13 29, 42 minus 25 Here the frequency last term and MCF last term both are same. The frequency last term and MCF last term both are same. See here. Here in MCF, the higher in MCF highest frequency not 42. Here we are taking MCF bar. Okay, here more than a given value. We will take highest frequency. That is first term. That is 42. Take 42. 42 highest minus first LCM, highest minus second LCM, highest minus third LCM, highest minus fourth LCM, up to so on. 42 minus 3 is 39. 42 minus 4 is 38. 42 minus 13 is 29. 42 minus 25 is 17. 42 minus 36 is 6. Here the frequency last term and MCF last term both are same. It is about cumulative frequency. Here the added up frequencies are said to be cumulative frequency. The added up frequency is called as cumulative frequencies. Okay. The next one is frequency density. Next definition is frequency density. Next definition is frequency density. What is the frequency density? Here it is the ratio of it is the ratio of class frequency to the class frequency to the width of that class interval. Here it is the ratio of class frequency to the width of that class interval. Is called frequency density. It is said to be frequency density. It is the ratio of divided by. It is the ratio of frequency, class frequency to the width of that class interval is called frequency density. Here the frequency density is denoted by Ft. It is denoted by Ft. Ft equal to class frequency. It can be calculated as class frequency divided by width of that class interval. Width of that class interval. CI means class interval. Here Ft equal to class frequency divided by width of that class interval is said to be frequency density. Here my example. Here take one example. Here they are given class interval with respect to frequencies. Here find frequency density means Ft. Ft equal to Ft is here. What is it? Here what Ft? It is the ratio of frequency, class frequency divided by width of that class interval. Here the frequency is what? 3. 3 divided by width of that class interval. Here 10 to 0 to 10 width is what? 10. 3 divided by 10. 3 divided by 10. The next 1 divided by 10. 9 divided by 10. 12 divided by 10. 11 divided by 10. 6 divided by 10. Here 3 divided by 10. Here the frequency divided by width of that class interval. Here frequency, it is the ratio of frequency to the width of that class interval. 3 divided by width of that class interval is 10. 3 divided by 10. 1 divided by 10. 9 divided by 10. 12 divided by 10. 11 divided by 10. 6 divided by 10. Here the width of the class frequency to the width of the class interval. It is the ratio of class frequency to the width of the class interval is called frequency densities. Okay, here 3 by 10 is 0.3, 0.1, 0.01, 0.03, 0.09, 12 divided by 10 is 1.2, 11 by 10, 6 by 10. Here you have to write the Ft values. Okay, it is about the frequency density. Okay, the next one is relative frequency. Next definition is relative frequency. What is the relative frequency? It is the ratio of class frequency to the ratio of class frequency to the number of frequencies, sum of frequencies. Number of frequencies is called relative frequency. Is called relative frequency. What is the relative frequency? It is the ratio of class frequency to the total frequency, that is number of frequencies, is called relative frequency. Here number of frequencies or total frequency, both are same. Total frequency is called relative frequency. It is denoted by RF equal to class frequency divided by total frequency. Divided by total frequency. Find with the help of same data, find relative frequency RF. Here RF equal to what? That is F by capital N. F by capital N. RF equal to F by capital N. Here F is class frequency. It is the ratio of class frequency to the width of that class frequency to the total frequency is 42. 3 by 42. Next 1 by 42. 9 by 42. 12 by 42, 11 by 42, 6 by 42, 6 by 42. What is the difference between frequency density and relative frequency? Okay. Here frequency density is nothing but it is the ratio of class frequency to the width of that class interval. It is the ratio of class frequency to the width of that class interval is frequency density. Then what is the relative frequency? It is the ratio of class frequency to the total frequency. That is sum of the frequency is said to be relative frequency. It can be denoted by RF. That is relative frequency. It can be calculated as number of classes. That is the class frequency divided by total frequency. Class frequency divided by total frequency. Okay. Here, suppose in frequency densities, here width is 20 to 25. So here we have to take 9 divided by 5. It is width of that class interval is 5. Okay. Here we have to take 9 divided by 5. Next 30 to 40. That is 12 by 10. We have to take 12 by 10. Here, the frequency density is class frequency by width of that class interval, and relative frequency is class frequency divided by total frequency. Here total frequency is fixed for all the values. It is fixed for all the values. It is about the frequency density and relative frequency. Okay, the next one is principles of classification. Or rules. Principles means rules of classification. What are the rules of classification? Here the first one is the number of classes. The number of classes should be generally between 4 to 15. Here the number of classes should generally between 4 and 15. The number of classes should be between 4 and 15. See here, first classification. The first rule is the number of classes should be generally between 4 and 15. Here the number of classes should be 4 to 15. Okay, here number of classes is nothing but that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here number of classes are 6. Okay, it should be 4 to 15. Okay, lowest is 4 and highest is 15. Not more than 15. Here the number of classes not more than 15. It should not be not more than 15 and not less than 4. It should be 4 and 15. The number of classes should be generally between 4 and 15. 4 and 15. Okay, the next one is second. The lower limit of the first class interval. The lower limit of the first class interval should be multiple of 5 or 10. See here, second rule is what? The lower limit of the first class interval should be multiple of 5 or 10. The lower limit of the first class interval should be multiple of 5 or 4. Here it should be multiple of 5 or 4. Here, see here, but take 0 to 5 or 0 to 10, 10 to 20 or 10 to 50. Here take the multiple of lower class interval. Here it should be multiple of 5 or 10. Here multiple is 10. Okay, 0 to 10. Here 10, 10 to 20, 20, 30, 20 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Here the width, see here 5 or 10. Here the lower limit of the first class interval should be multiple of 5 or 10. It should be, take the class interval 0 to 5 or 0 to 10, not 0 to 6 or 0 to 7. Here you have to take multiple of 5 or 10, 0 to 5 or 0 to 10. Okay, not it should not be 0 to 3, 0 to 4, 0 to 6, 0 to 7. It should be multiple of 5 or 10. It should be multiple of 5 or 10. Okay. The next one is avoid open classes because the mid values of such classes cannot be easily calculated. Avoid open classes because the mid values of such classes cannot be easily calculated. Cannot be easily calculated. Here we have to avoid the open classes. What is open classes? In a class, the lower and upper limit of a class is not specified, then it is said to be open classes. Suppose below 10, the class interval is below 10. The next 60 and above, 60 and above. Here we cannot calculate the mid values. 60 and above means we don't know exactly 60 to 70, 60 to 65, 60 to 70, 60 to 75, 60 to 80. We cannot calculate mid values easily. Therefore, we have to avoid the open-end classes. The next one is the classes should be arranged in ascending or descending order. The classes should be the classes should be arranged in ascending or descending order. Here the fourth one is the classes should be arranged in ascending or descending order. Ascending order will be increasing order, decreasing order. See here it should be below to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 60, 60 and above. Okay, otherwise you have to take 60 to 50. Otherwise you have to take 60 to 50, 50 to 40, 40 to 30, 30 to 20, 20 to 10, 10 to 0. Here The classes should be arranged in ascending order or descending order. It should be, the classes should be ascending or descending order. Okay, not here below 10 to 20, next 30 to 40 or 40 to 50, last is 20 to 30. It is not possible. It should be ascending or descending order. The next one is the width of the classes should be usually kept constant throughout the distribution. Fifth one is the width of the classes. The width of the classes. The width of the classes should be kept constant. Should be kept constant throughout the distribution. See here, the width of the classes should be kept constant throughout the distribution. Width of the class interval should be equal for each class interval. Width of the class interval should be equal for each class interval. Here below 10, width is 10, 10 to 20 width is 10, 20 to 30 width is 10, 30 to 40 width is 10, 40 to 50 width is 10, 50 to 60 width is 10. Here the each class interval width should be equal. Okay, these are the principles of classification or rules of classification. This is a 2 marks question. Write any 2 rules of classification or write any 2 principles of classification. Here the first one is the number of classes should be generally between 4 to 15. The next one is the lower limit of the first class interval should be multiple of 5 or 10. It should be multiple of 5 or 10. The next, avoid the operand classes because the mid values of such classes cannot be easily calculated. Okay, here you have to avoid the open classes because the mid values cannot be easily calculated. Okay, the next one is the classes should be arranged in ascending order or descending order. Here the classes should be arranged in ascending or descending order. And last one is the width of the classes should be kept constant throughout the distribution. Here the width of the class interval should be constant throughout the distribution. Each class interval should be constant throughout the distribution. Okay, the next one is the formation of bivariate frequency distribution. Okay, formation of bivariate distribution we can discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.